Many years down the line, we look back and we're happy that we're audacious and bold to make them move at the time. We're also happy that we had regulators, policymakers who gave us the opportunity, who listened to us, to our ideas. But I recall our first application to the Central Bank of Nigeria at the time, they said the then Director of Supervision, Mr. Gunle, is still alive. Is one of my mentors today. He said, this is a spurious and bogus offer. Mr. Gunle was a no-nonsense man. He went on later to become the MD of NDIC for Banking Supervision Department. They turned it down, but we insisted. That's why today in UBA, perseverance, resilience is a core virtue, a core attribute, a core value of ours, because we apply that early on in this journey. For us to become one of the top 3 banks in Nigeria, we either do it by way of acquisition or by way of combination. The growing to become organically to become the top 3, one of the top 3 was not in our viewpoint conceivable at the time. But we thought that by merger or by acquisition we'll get there. And then for you to acquire, there must be willing buyer, willing seller. Also, we didn't know if this would come. So we decided, which is what I say to people, it's always good to be clear about your purpose, your destination, your mission, what you want to achieve. It's even better if you put time frame to it. But it's fantastic when you're able to execute it. So we had that dream, that session, and so the Union Bank team presented the first bank, and we narrowed down. We tried to be pragmatic also, as much as we're quite ambitious, we're also very pragmatic. So we said no, that the chances of a combination with First Bank would be very unlikely because of the ownership structure of First Bank. We said UBA we could explore. Union Bank we thought was most feasible in the circumstance. And then for ETI, we said, ABSA was becoming excited about the rest of Africa, about West Africa, and ABSA had approached us to see if ETI, ABSA, and Standard Trust Bank could merge. And they offered that they would like me to be the CEO. And they arranged for me to meet with the group CEO of Barclays at the time, because Barclays had acquired a significant interest in ABSA. So we put that also on the table. But, for us, it was important that we were able to orchestrate and execute our strategic plan. We didn't think that European Bank would understand the African opportunities. And we're right who made that decision. For me, you can always seek advice from anywhere. And now, if you make the right decision, nobody will remember who gave you advice, but it's you that applied it, that takes the credit. And that's why I say to my colleagues today, be humble, seek for advice, but be ready to make a decision. And don't keep seeking advice forever. And so we sought advice. Then it was not enough. Culture is the toughest part of it all. You don't get it right so easily, because this is about human beings. It's about retraining people's habits, ways of doing things. In fact, corporate idiosyncrasies and mannerisms, changing those things, it's almost impossible. But to us, it was a task that we must accomplish. And characteristic with who we are, we tried and we succeeded. And keep in mind that we did not just merge and remain static. We merged, we're integrating, and we're expanding. Our UBA Africa expansion started in 2007, 2006, late 2006. So as you're integrating the big institutions, you're also rolling out new ones. And we're acquiring. We acquired the biggest bank in Burkina Faso. We acquired the 3rd biggest bank in Benin Republic. And we're moving in that fashion. It was not easy. And that, you see my gray hair? That was when my gray hair started. My elder brother, who is 7 years older than me, doesn't have gray hair. Well, I have gray hair. That is part of what we got from the combination of STB, UBA. So, in a nutshell, I would say, looking back, the journey that started in 1997, I'm happy we embarked on that journey. It has a toll on us. For me, as a family man, though, I try to make sure I balance things. I try to make sure my family side did not survive. In that process, I was also growing a family, having my kids and co. So, but everything came together, the work, the family, and it all.